Lockhart with an L. Yeah, I'll send Deputy Kelman out there and he'll take a quick look. Yeah, come on in.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And have him confirm the serial number and such. All right,
Yes.
we are on the record in 2024 TR 1761, State of Kansas versus Amanda Jean Lockhart. Jared Regier for the state. Amanda Lockhart appears in person and pro se. You are Amanda Lockhart.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for taking the time to hear my case today.
You are welcome. You told me way back on September 18th of 2024 that you are going to apply for diversion on this registration tag violation. September 18th of 24, it's now May 7th of 2025, and I don't see you did apply. Did you?
Ma'am, let me just say I'm very, very confused as to the situation. I think that I've missed some kind of step in here. I was unaware that I had done something to have a warrant. I got a letter saying my license was going to be suspended. But if may I say one just quick thing to explain where my confusion is so that I can make sure I'm on the same page?
Let me help you first.
Okay.
Okay. You were on July 3rd of 2024 stopped for not having a valid tag or legal registration.
Yes,
July
ma'am.
3rd of 24. You were given a citation for that offense. You were to be here July 18th of 2024 to answer for that charge.
That's where I got missed, ma'am. I did not know I was supposed to come in. I
No.
apologize.
No, you were here.
Via Zoom?
You appeared July 18th, 2024, before me with County Attorney Jared Regier. You were present by Zoom.
Yes.
You told me, I read you your rights, your charges, your possible penalties, and you said you would like to look into diversion.
Yes. Yes,
So
ma'am.
that was September 18th. September to October, November, December, January 8th was given as your next court date. That gave you some 3 to 4 months to look into diversion for this one count of tagger registration.
Yes, ma'am.
I personally gave you that date. January 8th, the date you were told to be diverted or be in court, you were not diverted and you were not in court.
I apologize.
Therefore, I issued a bench warrant and I set the bond at $500 cash or surety.
I think that's, oh, I'm sorry.
We are now January to February, March, April, May, another 4 months. Still no diversion. You are here. How are you wanting to proceed on this charge? Are you going to plead not guilty and set it for trial? Or are you going to enter a plea of guilty or no contest and proceed to sentencing today?
I don't know, ma'am. May I just ask a question just for a moment?
Go ahead.
I apologize for holding up proceedings too. I honestly did not mean for any of this to happen, and I apologize profusely. When we ended our Zoom meeting, I called the number that you gave me. You said to call a number to finish doing things. I left a message 3 different times. I didn't hear anything back from anyone. I called a couple more times. I kept being told that I was in the wrong department and given different numbers. I kept leaving messages. I apologize. This wasn't intentional. I will do whatever I need to do to make it right. I would love to apply for diversion. I didn't mean to not apply. I feel like I was very confused as to what I was supposed to do, and I apologize. What are my options here, ma'am? I don't know what to do.
Well, the options are what I gave you in September and that we've discussed every other hearing, including today. You've had about 8 months since you saw me to apply for diversion, and you haven't.
I didn't know I was supposed to. I really honestly was confused as to what I was supposed to do next. It was not intentional. I
Well,
will happily
diversion,
do.
I'm not going to continue this again for diversion. You've had
Uh,
plenty
But I
of
didn't know I
time.
was supposed to, ma'am. Honest to God, I didn't know I was
It
supposed
wasn't
to.
that you were supposed to. You said you wanted to, and I
I
gave you
I
the
did.
opportunity.
I did,
And you
ma'am.
usually do that by following up with a
I've never been in
web
trouble,
address rather
ma'am.
than telephone calls. I need to
But
know today how you want to plead on the charge, the unclassified misdemeanor charge of driving without registration or tag on July 3rd of 2024. Once again, your options. You can plead not guilty and we can set this for trial. And the state will have to present evidence to see if they can prove that you were driving in Butler County on July 3rd, 2024, without a tag or registration. You have the right to present evidence if you want at that trial, but they can't make you, and you're not presenting evidence won't be used as guilt. The burden will be on the state to see if they can prove that you did not have a tag and were driving that day. Option 1, not guilty and set it for trial. Option 2, plead guilty, admitting that you drove without a tag and proceed with sentencing. Option 3, plead no contest. That means you're not admitting you did it, but you're not denying it. You don't want to go to trial. You're basically standing mute, and you will still be most likely found guilty and proceed with sentencing.
No, I was driving without valid tags. Absolutely. I plead guilty to that charge. As I showed you at our
Before you go any
previous,
further, there is a penalty possibility of 30 days to 6 months, which is, I don't know that I've ever seen it imposed. The probation's an option. But because the sentence could be up to 6 months, even though I've never seen it, you can hire an attorney. You want to talk to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed. That may include an extra fee, but it's much reduced from what you'd pay outright. It is
ma'am,
based on your ability, if any, to pay. So do you
uh,
want to hire an attorney, apply for court appointed, or waive your right and proceed with your plea today?
I honestly, ma'am, I don't know. I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
Well, you don't
This was a
understand.
mistake. I promise.
I'm not looking at your intent so
Uh,
much as did you do it?
But
Because you have a
I,
duty, but I, let's hold up. Let's hold up.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I've
No,
never been in
you're
trouble.
fine.
I didn't know the
You're
proper
fine.
proceedings.
I just first need to know, are you going to have an attorney?
If I need one, I will get one, ma'am. I've never had to have an attorney.
You're the only person that knows whether you need one or not. I can't make that call for you, Miss Lockhart.
Well, I know, ma'am, I know that I was driving with expired tags at the original time of the ticket. But I
Okay.
did immediately get those tags taken care of as I showed you at our first Zoom meeting. So I did follow up. I fixed the tags. I had valid registration ever since. Um, I wanted to apply for the diversion, but I didn't understand what processes I needed to take or what to do. Again, I apologize. I I don't know what to do because I'm sorry.
Well,
Can
Miss
I trouble you for a tissue, please?
Lockhart, this does not appear to be the first time you've been to traffic court. You had a case in 2017, operating a motor vehicle without a license. That
That was actually no. May I please explain that? I did
no,
have a
just
license. It was a Washington license and it was still valid.
all
That was
right. So you went to
dismissed.
court. Well, it looks like you went to court for that.
I did, but it was a mistake from the officer, ma'am. He thought that since I
Okay, in
had
any
a
event, you went to court. In 2019, operating a vehicle without liability insurance. So you had that experience.
ma'am, that was during a time of intense poverty. Both of my parents had just committed suicide,
Okay,
and I had just taken over care of my grandmother. I had inherited a huge amount of debt from my mother. I was
all right, I don't
just
want to
trying
get
to.
into those. I only bring them up because what I perceive is that you're trying to tell me you've never been through anything like this, and so you don't know
Well,
what to
not
do.
not to this level, ma'am. I've never missed a date. I've never not followed through, I guess is my point. I didn't
Well,
mean to miss a
miss-
step because I'm sorry.
the missing the court date, that's behind us now. You're here. We need to move forward. You've had, since the ticket was issued in July of 24 to go for diversion. I'm not going to give you more time. You've had 3 court
Please,
dates.
please
I'm not gonna
allow me
give
to
you-
make this right. Please, Your Honor,
I
please.
am not going to continue this again for diversion. You can either
Please,
hire an attorney, apply for court appointed, or represent yourself.
ma'am, I will go right now and do it. I honestly did not,
What?
I didn't not do it on purpose. I wanted to apply. I was trying to contact people to
Just
find out
need
what to
know,
do.
ma'am, if you're going to have an attorney.
Don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to
I'm
do.
going to set this for trial.
I don't,
I'm going to set this for trial. What was the date again?
I don't want to go to
July 9th,
trial.
Your
I know,
Honor.
ma'am. I know that
July
I was
9th
guilty
at
of driving.
1:30. Okay, Miss Lockhart, calm down if you can and listen. Try to be calm so you can hear what I'm saying. I'm setting this for trial July 9th at 1:30 to determine if there's evidence to convict you or not of driving without a tag. In the meantime, you can go to the county attorney and see if they would consider diversion. It's their diversion program. I will not continue it again to allow you time to do that, but I recognize that you'll be free to go down and try to get it if you can. But if you do, it's going to have to be applied for, signed, and filed by July 9th when I call your case for trial. Likewise, if you want an attorney, that'll give you time to go hire an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, that'll give you time to apply for court appointed. But if you do nothing like you have for the last 2 court hearings and all this time that's passed, then we're going to trial with or without your attorney. Because I've given you plenty of opportunities and plenty of time, and it's not your first traffic case. It may be the first case you've had where you failed to appear, but it's not your first traffic case. And that failure to appear is not going to have bearing on whether you're found guilty or not guilty July 9th at 1:30. It's not going to have bearing that I know of on whether or not you're granted diversion. Maybe the county attorney will consider failures to appear, but that's between you and them. I will continue the $500 professional surety bond with the conditions existing on it and the added conditions that you reappear July 9th at 1:30.
Thank you. I want to make this right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything further, Mr. Regier?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the defendant, Ms. Lockhart, is released on bond at this time.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Judge, you want to take Mr. Woods' case back up?
Yes,
Officer
let's-
went out and checked this window.
You have the officer there.
Yeah,